Since I am a big numbers girl, I thought I would share with you some of the things that I do to help maintain our budget during the holidays. Stick around. Welcome to the channel. My name is Morgan here at The Life of Tillmans. If this is your first time, I am so happy that you are here. I hope that while you're here, you find everything that you need, love, and enjoy right here on the channel. If you haven't done so already, go ahead, click that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you do not miss any of the videos uploaded on the channel. If you've been with me before, welcome back. As I said before, I'm big on numbers. I love math, I always have, and I haven't always been good at it, but as I grew up and went through college, I got really good at it. And that's interesting that I wasn't that great at it starting out, but I still loved it. It was very challenging for me. I think that was one of the big things. But I'm big on budgets. Budgets save our lives. As much as I don't necessarily like them, they serve a very notable purpose in our lives. So with the holidays coming, I thought I would share with you guys some of my budget tips and things that I do to help us maintain our budget. And this is not just for homeschool. We're talking about budgets for everything. If you think about it, the holidays, there's busy times. We're entertaining, we're traveling, we're eating different food that we wouldn't necessarily normally eat throughout the year. There's cakes and pies and all of these different specialty things. Then there's also gifting within your household, gifting outside of your household. If you go to potlucks and go to other people's houses for events, you're going to be spending money that you normally would not spend. It's important to have a budget so that you don't go over. This is a budget for homeschool because now we're buying all of these Christmas books and educational toys for our children, which I put that under the homeschool category, but so many different things. So a homeschool budget, a food budget, an entertaining budget, those are all important things to have, especially during this fast-paced holiday season. And not only are those three areas budgets, but think about your time. We also have to budget our time because so many different things are going on. And as much as we want to go to everything or buy everything for gifting for other people, for our children within our household, we want to buy all of these different food items. We have to stay grounded. It is important to stay grounded so that we are not overspending ourselves. And then we get to January, the middle of January, and we have all of this food left over that we didn't even use because we got so excited about making this and this and this. We ran out of time. Nobody really wanted it. So many different things. And we overextend ourselves. And then January hits. And it's almost like that sugar high when you get all of the sweets and you're feeling really good and hyper and you have all this energy and then you crash. We don't want to send ourselves into a crash at the first of the year. So let's talk about budgeting. The first thing that I always think about when you want to create a budget is, what is your goal? What are you trying to accomplish with your budget? If we talk about these same categories, homeschooling, gifting, travel, and entertainment, especially during the holidays, what are your goals? Are you wanting to spend as much as you can for your children and others for gifting? Are you limiting yourself to certain dishes? Are you going to go to 4 parties, 5? Are you hosting a party? Because that always costs more money as well as the host. What are your goals? It is important anytime we set any type of budget to make sure that we have goals so that we know where we're headed. And of course, any budget needs to be tailored to what you have. Sometimes people create budgets off of money or funds or things that we don't have. You can't create a wish budget because at the end of the day, the budget won't stand. So you have to think about it. How much can you spend for each of your children? Are you willing to spend for each of your children, for your spouse, for yourself, for those outside of your household? And who are those key people? How much are you wanting to spend when you go to these holiday parties and gatherings that people ask? If it's a potluck thing, how much money are you wanting to spend on the 1 or 2 items that you're taking? If you are hosting, it's like planning a birthday party. You set a budget and you say, this is what I'm going to stick with, and you find things to go within that budget. You have to make sure that you have guidelines to follow. Otherwise, the next thing you know, you've spent way more money, 2-3 times what you thought and maybe you didn't think about. And then here we go with the sugar crash. Don't get into the sugar crash. Once you set your goals, then you've set your budget for each item, then you start figuring out what it is that you need and what is going to fit within that budget. If you're buying gifts for your children, obviously most children, if they're old enough, they can make a list of things that they want for Christmas or things that they need for Christmas. If you have younger children, think about what it is that they are really going to use. That is a big thing for me, is making sure that whatever I'm getting, it is something that is going to be used when we're talking about gifting. Homeschooling, if you're looking at all of these amazing holiday sales for items that you need in your homeschool, really evaluate whether or not you're going to use those items. And when. If you're not going to use them until next year, maybe you can wait and not spend a part of your budget on it now and just wait and get it later. As far as buying food and things like that, be realistic with how much you're going to need. Are you feeding 5 people or 20 people? You can't buy for 5 and you're needing to feed 20. Also, are you overbuying because we're eating more? Are you going to eat on this holiday food for 2 weeks or 2 days? Those are important things to ask yourself when you are budgeting for food and gifting. If you are traveling, think about gas. Think about having to cook somewhere else, like if you're traveling out of state and what that would look like. If you're going to someone else's house for the holiday, if it's Thanksgiving or Christmas, are they wanting you to bring a dish, or are you just coming and then maybe giving them money for everything that they cooked? How is that going to work? You have to set out what it is that you're needing to use the money for, so that every penny within that specific budgeted area, homeschool, gifting, travel, entertainment, is all allotted for. Something is going to use up that money, because you don't want to have an excess and you don't want to not have enough. So you have to be realistic with your budget. Now, is it better to have excess than not enough? Absolutely. So if you set your budget at a place and you don't use it all, great. That is a win. You actually did amazing, and you can kick that money back into something else. You can spread it around within your categories. There are tons of options for it. You can just not spend it, which is great because that's more savings. One of the last things that I do when I am trying to set a budget, especially during the holidays and trying to buy all of these different things, please look for sales. Go and look for those sales. You have your circulars, you have the store sales, there's coupons, all of those things. A lot of the specialty items for the holidays, those, mint chocolate chips and candy canes and pie crust, all of those things go on sale because those are hot ticket items during the holidays. You want to make sure that you can grab what you need on sale for a cheaper price. That helps to save you money within your budget. If you're talking about games, there's the Amazon Prime sale, there's the buy 2 get 1 free sale. Those are all really great options for you being able to find things at a lower cost. You can also set your holiday budget for the entire year. If you wanted to set a budget starting in January and say every single month I want to save $50 or $100 towards the holiday season of Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Every month you put that money aside, and so it doesn't seem like a huge chunk coming out at one time because you've been saving for it. But what that allows you to do is when those really great sales come up and you're looking for something and that item is on sale, you buy it. Maybe not so much food, but materials, things that you need. That amazing Christmas platter that you've been looking at for a year and a half, grab it if it's on sale. All of those things will help you to preserve your budget, not go over, and you feel really good about the decisions that you've made financially for your household. If you're traveling, we know that travel agents usually can find really, really great deals. There are also some of those last minute deals if you're needing to fly or whatever it may be. There's nothing we can do about gas. Sorry, gas prices are just ridiculous. But if you're driving, still just enjoy that drive. Just know that you have to spend that money on gas, snacks, whatever else you may need as you're traveling. But the purpose of it is to make sure that you have budgeted for those things. When it comes to homeschooling, it's the same thing. Finding the sales, go for the sale items. I have things on my Amazon list that I did not get last year because they were over my budget. They would have extended me past my budget. As much as I wanted those things, a lot of them were books and some of them were games, but each year, as the time goes, if I see that item on sale and it fits within my budget, I grab it. So we'll have it and we can add it to our holiday season. So books and games, different tablets, things like that. All of those things go on sale at some point. Everything goes on sale at some point. You just have to be patient and wait for it. And with all of this going on with budgets, it can be so stressful during the holidays just to try to maintain and still have a good time. So even though we've gone through and talked about all of this stuff on budgets, the one thing, if you don't get anything from this at all, to remember is to have fun and be safe during your holidays. Have fun. That is what the holidays are all about. They're about us enjoying family time with each other, extended family, just really taking in the entire holiday spirit. You don't want to overextend yourself financially and regret your decisions. Create your budget, relax within your budget, and enjoy your holiday season. I hope that these tips were helpful for you. If you have additional tips, something that you do to help maintain a budget in any area of your life, put that in the comments below. I'm interested to know about it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel while you're here. Click that notification bell and I will see you right back here at The Life of Tillmans for another video next time. Bye.